It's Sunday, September 19th, 2021. Just wanted to make a quick video on this beautiful Sunday evening. I want to share a couple articles with all of you, get your thoughts on this Evergrande disaster that is taking place over in China right now, and will we see effects take place here in America? So we'll talk a little bit about that, but I want to start with this. This is a public service announcement that I'm making to all of you. Carfax warns 200,000 vehicles damaged by Hurricane Ida may flood the market. Flood damaged cars from New York, New Jersey, and Louisiana are likely going to be hitting the market. And a lot of people who are having a hard time even buying a new car right now, they're going to the secondary market, they're buying used cars, and you have to be very, very careful. There are predators that are going to be preying on people, and especially this auto market, because of the desperation to get a used car, even a new car. But so many people looking for a deal, so many people in the used car market. Be very, very cautious. Everybody wants a good deal, but be careful. There are predators out there, and they're going to be taking advantage of a lot of people. They're talking about 212,000 cars are going to flood the market, and we'll probably see a lot of them right here in California. And these cars, they said, rot from the inside out. It's very hard to tell with an untrained eye to find the type of damage caused by a flood. So be very, very careful out there if you're looking for a used car. You may say, oh, that's East Coast, Louisiana, that doesn't affect me. They will be loading these things up on trucks and sending thousands of them right here to the West Coast. So we will see thousands of them hitting here in California. So be very, very careful. So that is the public service announcement for this week. Be very, very careful looking at used cars. Again, people that are looking for new cars can't get one, and they're forced to buy a used car. I just talked to somebody, couldn't find a new truck, so he bought a used truck. So be careful with who you're dealing with out there and where you're buying from. Wolfstreet.com, a retail mess, inventory shortages just in time for holiday selling season. You know, I drove by about 5 or 6 auto dealers right off of I-10 by my house, and I could not believe, you know, it was probably about 2 years ago, I filmed a video there showing the flood of cars just sitting there. Nobody at the dealership, nobody buying cars on top of cars. They had an area at the end of the road where they would put hundreds of cars because they ran out of room at the dealership. So I would drive by and see this overflow of cars sitting in in one of these vacant lots, hundreds of them, because the dealerships didn't even have a place to put them. Here we are, fast forward a year and a half, 2 years, and now you can't even get a car. The lots are so empty, and it's just absolutely amazing to see how fast things can happen, where you have so much inventory and then you have no inventory. But when you have, I guess, chip shortages, if that's the real truth, I don't even know what to believe anymore. Is this all being done on purpose, or is it really chip shortages? And if it is chip shortages, then why are we continuing to be dependent on these countries to buy these chips? Why are we not making these chips right here in America? I'm told daily that we're the wealthiest, most innovative country in the world. Then why are we not making chips right here in America so we can build our cars, so we can finish building our cars? A friend of mine was in Flint, Michigan, drove by a Chevy factory, and said there were thousands of Chevy pickup trucks on the lot. They could not move because they needed chips. So again, it's another reminder of how quick things can change, how quick things can stop because of shortages, because we don't make things here in America and our dependency on other countries. So very, very scary to even think about that, because if there was a shortage in certain types of medicines, what would we do as a nation? This is really a concerning time in our history. But again, it's shocking when you actually drive by those car lots. And when we were in Texas, it was the same thing in Texas. They were empty. Most of the lots I drive by here in California empty. Used vehicle prices have soared 24% year over year. That's nearly up 40% from 2 years ago. A new stripped down Ford F-150 pickup truck in 2004 was 22 grand. Now today it's $35,000. And just think, when you look at wages today and people just getting wages cut, people not getting the hours, 332,000 people filed first-time jobless claims last week, and the inflation that we're now seeing soar in America. I do not know how people are doing it. The average medium income in America is, I believe, $36,000. You can buy a stripped down F-150 for about the same price. So it's unbelievable that people have to work a whole year and it's just enough to buy a pickup truck. And that's before tax, title, and licensing. Let's talk about what we're going to see this Christmas. And please comment down below. I'd love to know your thoughts. And if you enjoy this channel, if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell notification so that you are alerted when the newest videos come out. And share these videos, ladies and gentlemen. I read the comments and people are waking up. And they're waking up because of all those great comments you put down there. Clothing stores are going to be in very, very bad shape this holiday season. And there's a couple reasons why. Well, we have inflation. We have a supply chain breakdown taking place. And we've had people go on a spending spree over the summer and spring when they were getting all of their stimulus checks and all of their benefit checks and their unemployment checks. And people went and spent, and it did exactly what it was intended to do. They tried to kickstart the economy. It was a sugar rush. That's about it, because things are now slumping again because the money's run out. But in the meantime, now everybody has spent all their money and inventory is low, supply chain disruptions and inflation. So it's going to be a horrendous Christmas. And I know people will say, who cares about Christmas? Well, I care about it because, Christmas supports a lot of people. A lot of people go and get extra work. I care about the retailers. I care about people's jobs. I care about people, people that are retired that depend on those seasonal holiday season jobs for a little extra money. So it's kind of a big deal, but we also need it for the economy. It's always a boost for the economy. And it's a boost for business, small, medium, and large. And I'm a capitalist. I want to see business flourish. And if people want to go out and spend some money on Christmas, God bless them. I'm not telling you to spend every dime you have or to go run up the credit cards. I mean, how many people didn't even pay off last Christmas's Christmas cards, and they're going to go out and spend this Christmas? That's foolish. But look, it's going to be a horrendous Christmas all the way around, from the retailers to the people who need extra hours. It's going to really, really be bad. And it's going to be bad, I think, really personally for families who have family members who've lost jobs, who are losing homes, who are being evicted or being defaulted on their home. It's going to be a really, really tough Christmas. So make sure that you're reaching out and making sure that your friends and family members during Christmas are doing good. So make sure you check on them. Australian stocks slip. Major Asia markets closed for holidays. Markets in mainland China, Japan, and South Korea are closed on Monday for holidays. So what do we see for tomorrow? Well, the Australian stock market took a decent hit this evening, and it's all because of Evergrande and what's happening with this property developer in China. So I don't know what tomorrow brings. I looked at the Dow futures about an hour ago. They were down about 84 points. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. Look, we know that the markets are so manipulated. They will do whatever they have to do, including bring in the plunge protection team, whatever they have to do to keep it propped up. They will make sure that all the business channels are telling you nothing but great news. Buy the dip. But there's big trouble brewing in China. There's no doubt about it. Please comment down below. Is the Chinese government going to save the day and step in? I was watching a video on CNBC today, And an analyst on there says that he believes that the Chinese government will step in. They're not going to allow this to be another Lehman Brothers. But what he didn't mention was there's 4 more gigantic developers in China on the verge of collapse. Many calling this the biggest Ponzi scheme ever. I don't know. But it's not just Evergrande. There's 4 more giant developers on the verge of collapsing. Now, will China and can China bail them all out? That is a question I don't know. What do you think? Is the Chinese government going to save the day? Or are they going to let it fall? And then what? What are the repercussions around the world? Australia, Europe, America. Who's invested in these giant development companies? Is it pensions? Is it retirement funds, management companies, banks? I don't know. Please comment down below and let me know your thoughts. The hedge today, Jim Rickards, no recovery until 2045. You know, America at this point is producing absolutely nothing. But one thing it is producing is debt slaves. That is for sure. Jim Rickards says this: there was no V-shaped recovery. Now we are experiencing slowing growth, and metrics in unemployment and wages are moving sideways or down without having recovered from their highs. We had a $2 trillion bailout with the previous president in June of 2020, followed by another $900 billion bailout during his last days as president in December of 2020. Our latest president followed with another $2 trillion bailout bill in February 2021 and is still pushing for an additional $1 trillion infrastructure bill and a $3.5 trillion welfare bill now pending before Christmas. So we got a $1,200, a $600, and a $1,400 check out of all these trillions of dollars. Look at what we got. $1,200, $600, and $1,400. And look at the mess we are in. We're now in a depression. Growth has declined. In 2008, the 2009 to 2019 recovery averaged annual growth of about 2.2%, well below the long-term trend of 3.5% to 4.5%. GDP declined again by 3.4% in 2020, the steepest one-year decline since 1946. We had paycheck protection programs, $50 billion airline bailouts, and similar large-scale bailouts for cruise ships, resorts, casinos, and other affected industries. We paid everyday Americans $600 additional dollars per week on top of unemployment. Other programs that we passed out here in America were rent moratoriums, eviction moratoriums, extension grace periods on payment of student loans. The list goes on, as the total tab could extend $10 trillion. But you got a $1,200 stimulus check, a $2,000 stimulus check, and a $600 stimulus check. Isn't that wonderful? Here's what's coming, ladies and gentlemen. U.S. and global growth is going to continue to slow. Higher taxes, more regulation, more wasteful spending, and a lot more inflation and opportunity in America and across the globe. You're going to see less and less opportunity. This is not good news for America, ladies and gentlemen. Annualized growth for the first half of 2021 is 6.4%, but that is slowing quickly. The latest estimate for the third quarter of 2021 from the Atlanta Fed is 3.7% annualized growth. This is what trillions of dollars has gotten us. It was a sugar rush. The economy is now not growing. We are witnessing stagflation taking place. We're going to witness so many repercussions now from all this money printing, from all the promises, from all the magic tricks. We are going to now suffer the consequences. And heaven forbid China lands up in a depression from this Evergrande collapse. God help us all. But remember this: the wealthiest families in America got wealthier, the 1% got wealthier, and the average American got decimated. And the average American, as he is asleep watching football and cartoons tonight, has no idea what's coming. God bless every one of you. Thank you for watching. Share this video. Continue to prepare. We have no idea what we're going to wake up to. I hope that they get this whole thing situated in China, that this does not blow up and cause a depression in China, because we all know that it's going to cause a very severe depression here in America and across the globe if it happens. Hopefully they will resolve this, and it'll be very interesting to see what we wake up to in regards to the markets tomorrow. But again, the markets are so manipulated, we don't even know what's true anymore. But we do know this. All bubbles burst. We know that this economy is suffering, and we know that the inflation is not transitory. We know that people are in very, very big trouble. We know that people are being evicted. We know that people are going to be losing their homes. We know that there's major opportunity and wealth inequality in America, and it's continuing to grow. So that tells you, and it tells I, continue to prepare, be your own central bank, and be as self-sufficient as you possibly can, and detach from the system, because the system right now is melting down. So while people are watching football games tonight, you need to be planning the next move. You need to be detaching from the system. You need to be at the store tonight buying a little extra food. You need to be making an order and getting some emergency food. You need to be getting your security situated. You know, it's easy to say, yeah, let's go out and go buy some food and everything's going to be okay. Look, you need batteries, you need matches, you need a trauma kit, you need to get your medicines in order, you need to be working out, you need to be walking closer to God, you need to be getting in a mental mindset for things you may be seeing that you never have ever seen in your life because of what this economy is going to cost socially in America. Start thinking outside of the box. It's easy, again, to just tell everybody, go buy a box of food and put some bottled water away. You're going to need a lot more than that, ladies and gentlemen. So start planning right now. Time is ticking, and time is not your friend.